Hey guys, Dr. Chad here. How is everyone doing today? In this video, I'm going to show you some very important stretches for your hands, your fingers here, and your wrist, everything up and down this entire section. So my dad's actually in town and he had hand surgery about 3 weeks ago. He had something called Dupuytren syndrome, and it's where this tendon here, these flexor tendons get overly contracted and it starts protruding out. And when they do a surgery, they have to go in there and release it, open it up. He's got all kinds of scars in there. So, he came over for his birthday Tuesday, and we were looking at his hand, and I was surprised that he had not been doing the appropriate exercises before the surgery or after the surgery. And this is something I see a lot in our culture. So many people, as they age, they end up having so many problems up and down their hands. Leads to arthritis, leads to the lack of ability to have proper function, because we're just simply not expressing range of motion in our wrists and our hands like we should be anatomically. So one of the main issues is we're always flexing, right? In our culture, we're grabbing things, we're typing things, we're texting on our phones, and you can call this position here flexion, right? And in this position, everything is getting shortened. My tendons, my muscles, my ligaments, all my finger tendons are shortened, the ligaments are shortened. So we're in this position a lot, but we're never quite going the other way. Our joints get closed off up and down the fingers, our tendons, our ligaments, everything needs to be a safe anatomical position where it can allow for extension, right? So I'm going to show you some very basic things you can do to improve the health of your hands and your wrists. So you can do these with me and just follow along, right? So the first one, this is the one I gave to my dad, is just a little wrist extension. So you can take it here, take your hand, put your elbow to the side, and then just bring it in. Just like this, okay? This is really basic. You're taking one hand, putting over the other, pulling it back, okay? Now you will probably not go as far back as I go, and that's completely okay. You wanna make sure anytime you're doing any stretches, you just go to your end range, okay? Just like that. And what I recommend doing for each of these is do about 10 where you kind of go to the end range and come back. And each time you go to that end range, you want to coordinate that with your breath. So exhale as you go into it. All right, there we go. My mom tried to call. Hold it on that last one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and you want to hold about 30 seconds. Okay, again, you may not go back as far as I do. That's completely okay. The way you progress this even more, so you get more tendons across the elbow being stretched, is you straighten out your elbow and pull this way, okay, just like that. So you'll notice a different stretch there, and you want to do both. Again, 10 times, and the last one you hold, okay, just like that. Again, your extension may not be as far as me, and that's completely okay. Some of you may have trouble with your shoulder in this position. That's completely fine. Just do this position, okay? Now what I want you guys to do, because we just did the wrist, we want to extend the fingers too. So you can see the fingers. I'm going to take the bottom of my thumb and put it in the back of my finger right here and go like this, right? That's extending the fingers. You should have the ability to go to about 90 degrees of extension in your fingers, okay? Some of you may not be able to go that far. That's completely okay. Just go as far as you can, all right? So right here, extending just the fingers. Right there, again, about 10 times to your end range. Exhale. Okay, and do this with me. And last one, hold it for about 30 seconds. And I'm kind of speeding up here, but I'm just giving you guys some things that you can do. Both of these that I've showed you so far are good things you can do in the chair, when you're sitting on the computer, when you've been working a long time, when you're driving, take a break every now and then, extend the wrist, okay? Right here. And just like the other one with the elbow straight, you can also take this one with the elbow straight and pull the fingers down. So you see how that's just the fingers that are extending. I'm taking the bottom of my thumb, using it as leverage to press up, and the other fingers are pulling down. That's normal. Should be 90 degrees. Most of us, like my dad, had a hard time even getting to neutral, right? So we want to start getting in the habit of expressing that extension, Okay, again, the shoulder may be difficult. Just bring the elbow in right there. You want to make sure you're doing those on both sides. And to save time, I'm just doing my left side here. But these are easy things you can do. So now let me show you some things that you can do with both hands together, right? So you can take the hands, right? Push them together, push the fingers together, push the base of the hands together, and just bring this down, right? Prayer stretch. And you're getting extension. You want to make sure, as best you can, you don't let the hands come out like that, okay? Just like that. We're extending the wrist by pushing the hands together. Okay, make sure you don't hike the elbows too high. Just keep them right there. Okay. And now what you want to do, keep the fingers together. Pull the palms apart. Fingers together, pull the palms apart, right? See that 90-degree angle? That's what normal should look like. Many of you will not be able to do that. It'll look like this, and that's okay. Just do the best you can. Right here, you're pushing the fingers together, and this is to help you prevent carpal tunnel syndrome, that de Quervain syndrome, Dupuytren syndrome, all these syndromes. Because we live in this flexion-based society, we're always grabbing. You know, humans used to do a lot more crawling, so when we crawl, we express that range of motion in our hands. Okay, so we've got the prayer stretch. And we've got the finger stretch right here. So now let's go ahead and loosen up a little bit. Just do little wrist circles right here in one direction, and now go the other direction. Okay, and this is just to get some synovial fluid, some things moving in the wrist and hands. And now take them open, close, 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 open, close. Good. Now bring your fingers together just like this and make little circles this way. And what we're doing here, again, just adding movement into all those fine little joints and all those different positions. You don't have to go as fast as I go. When you're doing all these, just try to relax your face, breathe easy, breathe normally. Yep. Okay. So now I'm going to show you some things that you can do on a desk, or you can do them on the floor, like I'm showing you here. Some of you may have difficulty getting on the floor. That's completely okay. So if that's the case, just do these exercises on a desk where you're standing and sitting over it, right? So what you're going to do is take your hands, put them flat on the desk or the floor, fingers pointed forward. And with your weight, you want to put the pressure on the base of your hands and then lean forward. So you're getting extension in the wrist here. Nice and easy. Be gentle with this. Many of us have very fragile hands. This is more advanced. So if you want to just stay in the things that we showed you earlier, that's completely fine. You can get a lot of improvements doing that level 1 stuff. This is kind of like level 2, okay? Just nice and easy. Moving over the wrist and breathing easy, okay? So about 10 of these. And then what you're going to do is turn it around so your fingers are facing towards you and your elbows are facing away, and you move backwards. Right? Nice and easy. Again, don't get frustrated if you can't do this. This is level 2. I'm just showing you guys some ways to progress once you get past level 1. The key with this stuff is to stay consistent. It's so important that we maintain good function in our hands and our wrists, because it's a big part of our independence, you know. And as soon as we stop the ability to get dressed and feed ourselves and cook for ourselves because of really poor hand health, our independence goes down in a big way. So I really want you guys thinking about this stuff. Okay, right here. And now what we can do, keep the fingers on the ground and come up with the base of the hand. Fingers on the ground, come up. Let's look at it this way. Fingers on the ground, come up. Fingers stay on the ground, come up. So you're extending all those flexor tendons in the hand. This is the one that, if my dad just did this consistently, he would have never had the problem that he had that led to a surgery. Okay, Nice and easy. No faces when you're making these things. None of this. Just nice and easy, okay? About 10 of these on each side. And last one we're going to show you here. Take the back of the fingers, put them on the ground, and then take one side down, other side down, and then up, up, down, down, up, up. Fingers stay on the ground the whole time, and you're just changing the back of the palm. So this is really working wrist flexion, and that's also really important right here. So we're expressing full range of motion. This is how you keep your wrist and your hands and your fingers all healthy, so you don't have to go get the carpal tunnel surgeries and all the surgeries that they're telling you have to do. It's really one of the issue is poor mobility. Keep your hands mobile, keep your wrist mobile. You'll be much better off, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, good rule of thumb is about 10 times on each one. You can always come back to this video. Just do a search for wrist or hand in the search section of the search menu of this private group, and this video will always be here for you. And as always, keep drinking lots of water, keep taking your collagen, take your krill oil. You know, all those things are super good for your joints and your health, okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.